So let's say that you're ready to actually start modeling. The very first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you locate where you're going to be adding your new blocks. That's to say, if you're going to be adding things like horns or ears, you're going to want to put those inside of the head folder. Things like wings or tails are going to go into the body folder. Left arm, right arm might have things like gloves maybe, and then left leg and right leg would have like boots or armor or anything of that sort. This is because once you're actually in Minecraft, everything within the head folder is going to be moving with the head. If you ever have something that's not moving with the block that you want it to move with, it's most likely what's called a parenting issue, you know. These are called the parent folders. You're going to hear people refer to them as such. They're just, you know, the root folder is also another way to call them. The root, the parent, whatever. Point is, just make sure that you have the right thing in the right folder. For this example, actually modeling something, we're going to be making my little character's flower, but you can apply this to just anything, right? So let's click here. I'm going to click add group, add cube. It's within the head folder, and this group name is going to be flower 2. I already made a flower, but for the sake of the example, now we have this cube right here. Now how to actually manipulate this cube. There are 3 main keys that you're going to want to know. And they are, I would say, you can get pretty far with just these 3 keys. You know, if you really didn't want to learn anything more, you get those 3 keys, then you learn how to add texture to these new blocks, and that's it, really. But these 3 main keys, they're also available in this toolbar up here if you ever do forget them. Jesus. Click V to move them. Click S to scale them, and then click R to rotate them, and that is it. When you click V, when you click the move key that is right here, this will move the block in these like 1 Minecraft pixel increments. Scaling will also increase it by like the 1 Minecraft pixel. I'm calling it a Minecraft pixel. It's 1 cube. That's, you know, you get my vibe. If you want some more fine-tuned just flexibility with it, there is this element bar over here. You could choose to move it. Let's say I want to put this in this is the X position, so I'm going to move it to 2. Okay, that moved it to 2. Maybe I want to move it to 1.5. Cool, I can do that. And you can do that with the size or anything. That's one way to get a more specific location. Another way is, let's say I click the V for move. Now I want to click Shift, and then this will move it in 0.25 increments wherever it is I want. Same thing with scaling. If I do the same thing, click S for scaling, and then I click Shift, 0.25 increments. Let's say I want even more fine-tuned movement. I will actually click Command or Control, depending on whether you're on Mac or Windows, and this will move it or scale it in single pixel increments. So this will get you quite far. Anyways, yeah, let's actually make this flower. Let's say I want to move it over to the side. I'm going to scale it. Maybe I want it to be like half a pixel wide, and then I want to rotate it. I want to make it feel a little more dynamic, perhaps. I'm going to rotate it like this. It's really a lot of playing around. Then I add another cube. You can duplicate this, but I personally don't recommend it because each of these will basically make their own UV map, which I'll get a little more into in a different video. And it's really not a problem. You just have to make sure that things don't have duplicate UV maps if you want them to have different colors. I'll get more into it later, but not really an issue. Just something to be aware of is that you have to do a little bit of fixing when you duplicate them. Anyways, cool, we've made 2 petals. Let's say I keep going and I keep just adding cubes inside of the flower folder. I can close it, make it neat, and yeah, there we go. There's a untextured flower.